back to my channel, Tectonic, a tonic of technology. Today on my channel, I'm going to explain you constructor in Java with all its types. So let's start. Here I'm going to open my BlueJ. My project is already created, named as SSS. Here I'm going to take a new class. So here I'm just going to give a name to my class. I'm going to give a name as cons, stands for constructor. I'm just going to click on OK button, and here this is my class. Guys, first of all, I'm just going to explain you what do you mean by constructor, then I'm going to start writing a code. Let's start Paint Editor. First of all, I'm just going to take a new file, and here I'm going to explain you. See guys, whenever I'm writing like in program int a comma b comma c, changing a font, whenever I write, like whenever I create a variables, I'm writing a data type, and when I'm writing like a comma b comma c, it means that a b c three are known as a variable. Variable means they have created a memory, they have taken a memory, some memory in a computer. Like the moment I'm writing int a, so a is going to take some memory in a computer. The moment I'm writing int b, b is going to take some memory in the computer, and the moment I write int c, so c is going to take one memory. They are going to occupy one memory, in computer. They, who is going to give them a memory? When I write int a comma b comma c, so there is a operating system compiler, and all these things are possible with them. Like whenever I write like int a, so there is a box has been created in the memory automatically, whose name will be a and the type will be int. Means I can give only number to this box whose name is a. So a is basically known as a variable, same as b is known as variable, c is known as variable. But what is the requirement why we create constructors? So the reason behind creating constructor is like what is happening, like whenever I'm creating a variable, whenever I'm occupying a memory, whenever I'm creating a block in a memory, so this block is actually blank. There is nothing inside. What is happening in Java, like when you don't put anything inside in any box, so there will be a garbage value who will come and start existing there, which can disturb your answer. Like whenever I'm adding a multiple b, a plus b, so whatever garbage value is there inside the box, that will calculate and it will destroy the answer. So just to avoid entering the garbage value inside that box, what I do, like I initialize a b and c with some value. Like we allocate some value to these boxes. So basically constructor, what it is doing, like the moment you create a variable, at the same time, like the constructor will be called, and this constructor is going to initialize the values inside these boxes. Like one value is going to initialize in this a, second is going to initialize in this b, and third is going to initialize in this c. So before initializing, let's discuss about the default value of the data type. Like the default value of integer is 0, and the default value of float is 0 0.0. The default value of double is again 0 0.0. So all these are the default values which I'm going to use. We have some other default values also, like string also. We have boolean also data type. So we have character also data type. So we have many different types of data type. Like whatever data type you are using in your class, you can initialize it with the default value in the constructor. So guys, here we have a constructor, and there are two ways. Like when you are not going to design your own constructor, Java defined its own constructor, and that constructor will be called. And what it do, like it initialize a with 0, b with 0, c with 0 in case of integer. So basically what is happening, like constructor, what is the work of constructor? Like whenever you create any variable, constructor is the one which comes and it initialize your variable with some default value, so that there will be no garbage value, to avoid a garbage value. But there are two things, like if you define your constructor, then your constructor is going to run. But if you have not defined your constructor, then Java constructor, there is a constructor from the side of Java is going to execute. What that constructor actually is doing, what is Java constructor is doing, it is just initializing the variable with its default value. It is not doing anything else. Like I have created integer and a, so it is going to it is going to initialize a with 0, because it is a type of integer. If a is a type of float, then it is going to initialize your a with 0 0.0, because the default value of float is 0 0.0. So Java constructor is not doing anything. Actually, it is just initializing your variable with its default value of the data type. then why we are defining our constructor. For example, I want to I want to keep default value for A is 2 and for B 3 and for C 4. So this I want to do, this is possible with the help of my constructor. Java constructor is not going to do this thing. Java constructor is always, always initialize any variable with its default value. But if you don't want to initialize with the default value, if you want to initialize with any other value, then you need to initialize that value here. Actually, you need to initialize A with that value, B with that value, and C with that value. So this is the entire objective, of constructor. You can take an example, just like I'm designing a house. Just what do you mean by constructor? Like the one who construct the house. So the job of the constructor is as simple as I'm going to discuss here. Like this is a house, this I've created, and I'm just going to initialize. I'm just going to keep something inside this house. I'm just going to initialize this house with something. It can be any object. So this is the same like when you buy any plot and when you do the registry. So it is just like a proof, like you have taken a registry of that plot. So this plot is belongs to you. It is not going to be taken up by anyone, or no one can come and start existing there without any proof. So this is same like we use constructor in Java. I've given you very real life example, just like when you purchase a plot, when you purchase something, so you're keeping something inside, or you have taken a registry. So it is a proof like no one else can come and start existing in your plot without any license. So same as when I'm writing an int A, it means I've blocked, I've taken one memory block in a memory. If I'm not going to initialize guys with this block with any value, so any garbage value can come and start existing inside. Like garbage value can be hash, can be 0, or it can be anything. So it is recommended, like whenever Java constructor works from its own, it is always going to initialize these values, these variables according to their data type. Like if it is an integer 0, it will be initialized with 0. If it is float, it will be initialized with 0 0.0. But if you are going to design your own constructor, you can initialize it with any value, but always remember the value should belong to this data type, to this integer. So guys, I'm going to start writing a program now. I'm coming back to my program. I'm going to select entire thing and I'm going to delete. So let's start writing a code. First of all, I'm just going to write here my class, which is a keyword, and then I'm going to write here the name of the class, that is cons. I'm coming to the next line, guys. I'm just opening a brackets here, creating a space to write a program. I'm gonna write here public static void main. In my first video, you can go the crash course for the beginners. In that, you will get to know what is the meaning of public static void main. We always write, there is a reason behind. You can check out my last video. I'm just going to open a bracket, close a bracket, and come inside. Now, guys, always remember that constructor is nothing but just like a function which you need to define, like with the name of the class. So first of all, I'm just going to come here. In my last video, you can see functions also, like the Java for the beginners started from hello world program till functions, and that I have explained you functions. So this is my request, like if you want to understand this constructor, you need to see the functions first, that how the functions can be defined in Java, so that you will be able to understand constructor. Now, guys, I'm going to write here a constructor, means I'm going to define here a body of constructor. I'm going to define, I'm going to declare as well as defining the constructor also. Always remember, constructor has its own name, like whatever name you have given to the class, with the same name constructor is going to get designed. And always remember, constructor is not private, neither protected, it is public always. So we don't want to write public before the constructor, and constructor is not going to return also anything. It is not going to return anything. So I'm just going to write here cons, and I'm going to put here functions parenthesis, and I'm just going to open a bracket here. Guys, it is a function only, because you can see it is a parenthesis. In my last video, I have already told you that whatever I write, and if I put parenthesis right after, it means it is a function, but it is a special type of function which is known as constructor. And always remember, its name is same as a class. It's always name, its name is always same as a class. Like you cannot write here any other thing. You need to write the same name of the class, then only your constructor is going to work. If you are going to write here any other thing, then it will be a function. Then this is only the difference between function and constructor, that constructor has it takes the name of the class, whereas in function you can write any other name, leaving reserved words. So what I'm going to do here, like I'm just going to write here one message in constructor so that you will be able to understand whether your constructor is being called or not. So I'm just going to write here system.out.println. I'm just writing some message here. I'm just going to show it to you that how constructor can be called. Then I'll be using here some variables. I'm going to show you how variables works inside a constructor. I'm just writing here const calling. So here your constructor is calling. I just want to show you the nature of the constructor, how it works. What I'm going to do here, guys, I'm just going to write here the name of the class, the name of the class which is shown up here, the same name I'm just going to write up here. Obj is equal to, I'm just going to write here new, and I'm going to write here capital CONS cons. I'm going to open a bracket here, and I'm going to close up bracket. I'm just going to terminate here. Guys, this is the same line like how I can create the object of the class. This is not new. I've already explained you, in the video which in which I have created functions, like how to create functions. You need to create the object of the class first, and then only you can call function. So in the same video, I have explained like how to create the object of a class. You can copy this thing from that video. So I just need to write here the name of the class, then the name of the object. So guys, in place of obj, you can write anything. You can write your name also, but always remember obj is a standard. It is a standard. It is recommended by the side of Java. Like if you write obj, it looks like standard. So please don't write here anything else. New is a keyword. I'm requesting operating system to please allot space to this obj of which type, of type cons only. So guys, see, whenever I'm writing here cons, whenever I'm putting here parenthesis, so what compilers actually do, compiler is going to find out this cons with this parenthesis. It starts from the beginning. So when compiler is going to start from the beginning, compiler is going to get this thing like cons. The same thing cons is written in parenthesis also here. So what a compiler is going to do, like compiler is going to come inside a cons, and it is going to execute the system.out.println. And the moment compiler is going to read it, cons calling is going to be get printed at the time of execution. So what I'm going to do here, like I'm not going to call, always remember constructor, guys, we don't need to call, we just need to call function. Constructor will be called automatically. We just need to create. The moment I create the object of a class, the constructor will be called. Okay, I'm just going to put here, press a key shift control I to apply a proper indentation on my code. So here my code is indented properly. I'm just going to click on compile. You can see I don't have any error on my code. I'm just going back to my project SSS. I'm just going to click here. That is cons. I'm just going to click here on void main. You can see like here cons calling, like my constructor is calling here. Guys, I'm going to explain you one more thing. See, as I've already told you that we don't need to call constructor. Constructor will be called automatically. Then how compiler will get to know actually where the constructor is defined and who is calling? Guys, this is the place where your constructor is being called actually. This is the place. Like you can see, the moment you have created const obj, the moment you have created object of type class constant, the moment you are initializing it with a, you are requesting from operating system to give it a memory, to allocate a memory, to allocate a memory to this object. So here you are going to say to the compiler that which kind of memory, किस तरीके की memory आपको object को देनी है, और उसी time यहाँ पर आप define कर देते हो अपना constructor. आप यहाँ बता देते हो, आप एक hint कर देते हो compiler को कि मुझे इस तरीके का constructor call करना है, इस तरीके का constructor call करना है जिसमें class के नाम के आगे सीधा सिर्फ parenthesis हो, and then हम start कर देते हैं उसको ढूंढना. When we start from here, then we get to know that cons is actually there and there is a parenthesis and there is nothing inside. तो द सेम सिग्नेचर जो सेम हमने नीचे लिखा है वो सेम कंपाइलर को मिलेगा, तो ही कंपाइलर उसे एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. कंपाइलर से एग्जीक्यूट करके प्रिंट कर देगा कॉन्स कॉलिंग. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू डिफाइन वन मोर कंस्ट्रक्टर. सी गाइस, इट इज नॉट लाइक you can define only one constructor. You can define n number of constructor inside a class, but always remember their style should be different. Their style should not be same. Next, I'm going to do one more thing here, like I'm just writing here cons. In this cons, what is the difference? Like this cons except a number here, this cons except a number here. इट मीन्स दैट इसकी स्टाइल अलग है, इसकी बॉडी अलग है. अब ये कॉन्स जब कॉल होगा, जब मैं एक्चुअल में नीचे कॉन्स कॉल करूंगी, मतलब कॉन्स डिफाइन करूंगी, बस साथ में कोई नंबर भी दूंगी. सो व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू नाउ, आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू क्रिएट वन मोर ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ अ क्लास. आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू कॉपी दिस लाइन. I have copied this line. I'm just going to paste it here again. And what I'm going to do is this time I'm just going to pass some number here. ये मैंने number pass करा. तो the moment I pass the number, compiler फिर जाएगा और फिर check करेगा कि वो कौन सा call है जिसमें number, कौन से जिसमें number pass हो रहा है. तो actually ये वाला वो कौन से जिसमें number pass हो रहा है. तो फिर what compiler is going to do? Compiler is going to execute this thing. Compiler is going to hint you that this thing is going to execute. So this thing will be executed. Ab here I'm writing like cons to calling. This is cons one calling. So guys, let's like this, like this you will be able to understand. I'm just going to click here. Cons is already there. Cons I have, what is this error actually? This is obj. This should be obj1. I cannot, write the same object name in both the lines, and this is obj2. I'm just going to click here, compile, don't have any error. I'm just going to right click here to cons, and I'm going to click on new cons. This is done. Like you can see cons calling and cons1 calling. I'm going to, delete my output screen. Whatever is written on my output screen, I'm going to execute it once again. So I'm just going to click on it, and I'm just going to click on void main. See guys, when you right click here, always remember that you will be getting here the choice of constructor also. Like from here also, you know that you have a two constructor in your class. So this is also the place from where you can choose like which constructor you want to call. If you want to call this constructor, this will be called. If you want to call this constructor, this will be called. Or if you want to call your public static void main, you just click, then both will be called. Like you can see, this is my latest output. This is latest output. Please ignore old output. This is my latest output. Like you both the constructors are calling. So guys, this is the way like you can call your constructor. Okay. So the constructor which where I have not given anything, like you can see, this is the constructor which is in parentheses. I have not given anything. Such constructors are known as default constructor. Means I'm not passing here anything. And such constructor, when I'm passing some parameters, such constructors are known as parameterized constructor, because I'm just going to pass here something. Now one more thing I would like to explain you. Like you might means you people might be thinking like, if I create, if I call, if I create one more object of the same type, can I call the same constructor? Exactly, you can call. Like what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to copy this line. I can definitely call, same constructor many times, but I just need to create object. So the name of my object here is tree. Like you can see, my object name is different. It is tree. And again, I'm calling the same constructor, like where I'm not passing anything. So this is allowed. Like you can call any constructor n number of time, but always remember, it is not like function that you can call. You need to create object here. The moment you create object here, a constructor will be called automatically. But this thing will be matched. Like this thing will be compared. This thing will be searched in the entire program कि आफ्टर न्यू स्टाइल क्या है. अगर न्यू के बाद स्टाइल से इसके कॉन्स के बाद डायरेक्ट ब्रैकेट होगा, यू डोंट नीड टू पास हियर एनीथिंग. तो कंपाइलर फिर ऐसे ही सर्च करेगा. लाइक यहाँ पर कॉन्स empty bracket, empty value के साथ, means same bracket हो सिर्फ. If you want, you can cons में you can pass one number also. So then compiler is going to search like कौन सा कौन से जो कि number accept करा, then that will be called. So guys, we need to go like this. What I'm going to do here, like object 3 I have created here just next to object 1, and in the same line फिर से I'm calling, I've initialized it with new cons only. So फिर से it means that in the output of this program, two times default constructor is going to call, and the last time here parameterized constructor is going to call. I'm just going to click on compile. I'm going to go back. I'm just going back and cons. I'm just going to click here on void main. So you can see like this is my latest output. This is my latest output. This, like my cons 1 is going to be called, 2 times, and then cons 3 is being called 1 time. So I'm going to explain you one more program with the help of this cons only. What I'm going to do here, like I'm just going to provide here addition of two numbers. So what I'm going to do here, actually, I'm just going to take here global variables. Like I'm writing here a comma b comma c. This I have done. And guys, you can add functions also in the constructor. It is not like you cannot add functions. You can add functions also. Constructor definition is different. Functions definition is different. So in constructor, what you can do, like the moment you create an object, that will be called automatically. Even you can define many constructor. You can override the constructor also. You can define, a default constructor, parameterized copy constructor also. Even along with this, you can create functions also. But in this program, I'm not going to use functions. I'm going to do everything, with the help of constructor. Like this is my default constructor, guys. So in default, what is going to happen, like my a will be initialized with 0. What I'm doing, like I'm initializing, a with 0, because a is a type of integer, and I'm just initializing my a with the default value. So the default value of integer is 0. So I'm just going to initialize my b also with 0. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to initialize my c also with 0. And I'm not going to print this system.out.println, because I have already checked how my constructor work. Like what is the environment of my constructor, how it work, what is the working environment of my constructor. This I have already shown it to you. So now what I'm doing, like in next constructor, I'm just going to pass, two values here, int a and int b. So two values I'm going to pass, and both the values I'm just going to add. Means I'm just going to add these two values. I'm just going to keep answer in C. And here I'm going to print the answer. I'm just going to write here answer is A and S, answer is. And I'm just going to print here the answer of C. This is like I have done. So what I'm going to do is like object one, when I call obj1 with new constant, to when I call the first, first constructor, my A will get initialized with 0, B and C also will get initialized with 0. But the moment I'm calling, my second constructor, what I'm going to do here is like, I'm just going to create here object 2, and this time again I'm passing constructor, but I'm just going to pass the values. Like you can do like this, like you can pass the values also. So actually, you can call one constructor at a time. If you're calling the first constructor, your A, B, C will get initialized with 0. But if you're using this, the second constructor, your A will get some value, B will get some value directly, and C will get the answer that you can print even. So what I'm going to do is like, I'm just going to explain you in what different ways I can just, I can call my constructor. I'm just going to explain you here in how many ways I can call my constructor, guys. So this I have, this I have deleted. And here my first constructor is going to be called my A and B, C, all, all three values are going to get initialized with 0. But what I'm doing, like, I'm just going to initialize it with A with 2 and B with 3. So I'll be calling here my second constructor with the obj1. So when I create obj1, my second constructor will be called, A will get initialized with 2, B will get initialized with 3, C will get answer. It is going to print also. So the moment I click compile, you can see no syntax error. I'm just going back to my program, and I'm just going to right click here, and this is new cons. New constantly, I'm just going to right click on void main, because I'm just, this is my latest answer. Please ignore my last outputs. This is my answer. This is the addition of 3 and 2. So this is how, guys, you can use, copy constructor. I'm going to explain now. I've already explained you default constructor. So the first constructor which I have defined in this class, this is default, because in parentheses I'm not giving anything. So guys, when I'm not giving anything inside parentheses, this is default constructor. Even you can see I've initialized ABC with its default value also. And this is known as parameterized constructor. Why this is known as parameterized constructor? Because you are passing some parameter inside this constructor. Now next, what I'm going to do is like, I'm just going to define here copy constructor. Guys, quickly see, because it is quite different. So when you write here cons, in this default constructor, you are actually passing here the object of, of your class, some object of your class. So the type will be of type class only. So I'm just going to write here obj D. I'm writing here because it is dummy which I will be passing here. I'm going to work on it. I'm just going to open a bracket here. So guys, what is the objective of, of designing copy constructor? Like the constructor which is already initialized, the constructor which is already ready, I just want to copy this constructor into some other object, and then I want to do some calculation with it. For example, I'm having already one constructor. For example, here if you see, I'm just going to set it here. I'm just going to this toolbox. This shape I'm going. For example, this is my object. This is my object. And in object, like something is already initialized, like something is already written in the object. Like in object, I'm having A. Is going to decrease the font size. Is going to keep it like 10. For example, in A, I'm already having here like 2, and in B, I'm already having here like 3, and in C, I'm already having like 3, 4, 5, 5. I'm having. So what do you mean by copy constructor, guys? See, this is object. This is my object where A is already having 2, B has 3, C has 5. So I don't want to make any changes in this, but I want to create a copy of this object, and if I want to make any addition, or any, if I want to edit that object, so that is also possible. So guys, this is known as copy constructor. Means एक constructor को copy करके एक object को copy कर लेना, और उसके अंदर कुछ आगे further अगर आपको changes करना हो तो उसको कर सकते हो आप. So we just can copy, with the help of copy constructor. So I'm just going to explain you guys. You can see my object one is already ready. My object one has 2 in A, 3 in B, and 5 in C. It is already there. Okay, guys. So I'm going to explain you copy constructor now. I have already explained you default constructor, integer, passing parameters inside constructor, parameter constructor. Also, I've explained you. According to Java, we have 3 different types of constructor here for the beginners in this session. I have already explained you default constructor, parameterized constructor. Now it's turn to explain you copy constructor. See guys, what do you mean by copy constructor? Like when I've created my constructor, when I filled all the values inside a constructor, like here you can consider this as a constructor. This is my constructor where A is initialized with 2, B is initialized with 3, C is initialized with 5. And this constructor I need to copy. Like this object constructor we cannot copy. This is the object like I like which is initialized, due to calling of the constructor. So this is the object is ready here, whose name is like obj1. And this object guys I need to copy in obj3. For example, I want to do some calculation. I don't want to disturb this object, so I can copy it, paste it in some other object, and then I can edit it. So that guys, this I'm going to explain you. So quickly look here, like what I'm going to do is I'm just going back to public static void main. What is my objective here? Like in obj1, I've just explained you how you can call default constructor, like when you write here cons and brackets. So your default constructor will be called, your obj1 has abc, all three variables will be initialized with 0. In obj2, like I have called constructor here, where the constructor where I'm passing the value like 2 to a and 3 to b, and both these values will be added up, the answer will go to c. For example guys, I just need to copy this obj2 to obj3. Like I'm just going to create one more object here whose name is obj3. And in this obj3 I need to copy the constructor in obj3. I need to copy this obj2. This is the whole idea. Like what I need to do here, my object1 is ready, my object2 is ready. 2 is passed into object2, 3 is passed into object2. What I'm going to do here now, I'm just going to copy this obj2 to obj3. Means in my obj3, obj2, I'm having a, b, c, 3 variables. A has 2, b has 3, and c has 5. So this entire object I need to copy to obj3. So how to do this thing? For this, I'm going to define my constructor, copy constructor now. This I'm going to explain you. It is like same. I'm just going to write here cons cons. I'm going to open a bracket. But what I'm going to do here, guys, like you have seen in public static void main, I'm passing object in this in this constructor. So I need to catch object in this constructor. An object, we know it is of type some class, and it is the name of our class only. So that is the object which we are passing inside this constructor. That actually, it is of type of our class only. So I'm just going to write here cons. I'm just going to write here objd, and I'm just going to come inside to my next line. I'm going to open the brackets. So guys, what I'm going to do is like, first of all, I'm just going to take out everything from objd, and I'm going to keep it to obj3, the new object which I have created. So I'm just going to write here obj3. So guys, the thing is that I cannot write here obj3 because obj3 I have created under the boundary of this public static void main. So this obj, how I can define here? I can define here by writing this. Guys, this is a new keyword which I've introduced in this session. Like the name of this keyword is this. So here I'm going to refer my obj3 with a, with a name this. So I'm just going to write here this dot a is equal to objd. So this is my dummy object which I have written here like objd. I'm just going to pass, the values of this objd. So this actually objd has obj2 inside. So when I'm writing objd, actually it is obj2. So I'm just taking out, the value of a from objd, and that I'm going to pass. To this dot a, means obj3 dot a. So guys, actually I'm just copying here obj2 को obj3 में, obj2 को मैं objd बोलूंगी क्योंकि वो पास मैंने objd में किया है. यहाँ पर obj3 को मैं this बोलूंगी क्योंकि obj3 public static void main की boundary में create है. So इधर I cannot refer it. So either if I want to refer it, I'll be referring it with a name this. Next, I'll be writing like this only. This dot b is equal to objd dot b. I'm going to come to next line, and this dot c is equal to obj d dot c. So like this, guys, I have just transferred, all values of obj d के a b c की सारी transfer कर देंगे value obj3 के a b c में. Now one thing is left which I'm going to edit here, which I'm going to work out here. Like guys, if you see, this is my, second constructor. Actually यही वो constructor है जिससे value I'm initializing to obj2 में first, और फिर उन सारी value को उठा के मैं transfer कर रही हूँ obj3 में. So what I need to edit here, like the value नीचे से जो मैं a और b की मैं pass कर रही हूँ, वो value मैं यहाँ एक formal parameter में कैच करूंगी L और M में. तो जो वैल्यू नीचे से A की पास हो रही है वो L में है, तो L से निकाल के मुझे इस A में डालनी है जो मैंने सबसे ऊपर क्रिएट करा है, लाइक विच इज माई ग्लोबल वेरिएबल. like A, this is my global variable, B is my global variable, and C is my global variable. तो जो वैल्यूज पब्लिक स्टैटिक वॉइड मेन से पास हो रही हैं लाइक A और B, वो वैल्यू है जो यूजर अपनी तरफ से दे रहा है. जैसे 2 है, 3 है, तो वो 2 जो आया है वो L में जाएगा. L से हम डायरेक्ट उसको पास कर देंगे A में. 3 है वो बी एम में जाएगा, एम से हम उसको पास कर देंगे बी में, तो ये हमने उसको बी में पास कर दिया एम से। सो गाइस एक्चुअली ये जो है हमारे फॉर्मल पैरामीटर है, मीन्स इनका स्कोप सिर्फ यहीं तक है, इसलिए हम एल की वैल्यू ए में पास करेंगे, बी की एम की वैल्यू बी में पास करेंगे। तो जब मोमेंट हम उसको ए और बी में पास कर देंगे तो उसका स्कोप हो जाएगा ग्लोबल, क्योंकि ए बी सी डिक्लेयर किए हमने राइट ऑफ द क्लास, एंड वॉट एवर वेरिएबल यू डिक्लेयर राइट ऑफ द क्लास इट इज कंसिडर्ड एज ग्लोबल। इनका स्कोप थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम होता है, दैट इज द रीजन आई हैव डन दिस थिंग। नाउ what I'm going to do is like entire procedure will be same। L की वैल्यू हमने A में पास कर दी, M की B में पास कर दी, इन दोनों को ऐड करके हमने आंसर C में पास कर दिया। मींस यहाँ पर हमने जो भी काम करा है वो वैल्यूज एक्चुअल में लोकल में नहीं ग्लोबल वेरिएबल्स में गई है, मतलब A में गई है, B में गई है और C में गई है। अब हम हमारे कॉपी कंस्ट्रक्टर पे आएंगे। उसके बाद हमने हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट जो है ओबीजे डी में पास कर दिया, और ओबीजे डी के डी से एबीसी निकालकर दिस के एबीसी में पास किया, दिस जो कि ऑब्जेक्ट 3 है यहाँ पर। तो दिस इज हाउ आई हैव इम्प्लीमेंटेड यू ऑल 3 डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्टर। ये फर्स्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर है विच इज डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर, यहाँ हमारा एबीसी तीनों जीरो से इनिशियलाइज होगा, जीरो विच इज अ डिफॉल्ट वैल्यू ऑफ टाइप इंटीजर। सेकंड इज पैरामीटराइज कंस्ट्रक्टर, जहाँ मैंने 2 और 3 पास करा है, 2 कॉपी टू ए, 3 कॉपी टू बी, दोनों को ऐड करके आंसर सी में डाल के प्रिंट किया है। कंस्ट्रक्टर लास्ट दैट इज कॉपी कंस्ट्रक्टर, इधर मैंने कॉपी किया है अपना ऑब्जेक्ट 2 को एज इट इज मैंने ऑब्जेक्ट 3 में कॉपी कर दिया, लेकिन चेक कैसे करें कि ऑब्जेक्ट 3 में सक्सेसफुल कॉपी हुआ है कि नहीं। तो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज लाइक in this copy constructor only you can print and you can check out whether it is pasted or not, or if you want you can create a function also. So in my last video crash course of Java you can see and make yourself learn like how to create functions in Java. I'm going to write here void that is get display. So in get display I can display you the values of my obj3, so you can see like it is copied properly or not. So what I'm going to do is like I'm just going to paste here system.out.println, and a is a, same as I can print here the value of b. I've copied this line, guys. You can also copy and you can also save your time. I'm coming to the last line again. I'm going to paste here. I'm going to use here control V to paste, and I'm writing here C, and here I'm going to paste C. Now I'm just going to press shift control I for a proper indentation. So guys, here you can check like my program is properly arranged. I've just used here one function whose name is get display. I'm just going to call this function, guys. You need to follow your camel case naming convention. Always remember, like this is the standard. You can call yourself a standard programmer. If you fall, if you use the standards while you're writing a program. So I'm just going to use here obj3, जिसको I need to check कि उसमें copy ढंग से obj हुआ है, obj2 obj3 में copy हुआ है कि नहीं, वो सारी values copy हुई है कि नहीं. This I'm going to check. I've already designed one more function here like get display. Get display से मैं check कर लूंगी कि whether the values are copied or not. So here I have completed my program, guys. I have called get display function with the help of obj3, and let's see the values are copied or not. My program is correct. There is no syntax error. I'm just going to right click here, guys. Always click on void main. I'm not going to call one constructor specifically. Here you can see it is copied successfully. Like obj2 के a b c में पहले 2 3 5 था, अब object 3 में भी उसके a b c में 2 3 5 8 proves that it is copied successfully. Guys, you can see my code. The code is clear. It's very simple. What you can do, like I'm going to decrease the font size here. If you want, you can take a screenshot also of my code and you can try this code. It is a wonderful code. Like this code is going to clear you the concept of constructor, the types of constructor, how to use constructor, with the help of functions, how to use copy constructor, default constructor, parameterized constructor, and how to use this keyword. So guys, this is a wonderful program. Like this is just a one program, but it is going to clear many concepts here. Many concepts you can see. You will be able to learn here how to create functions. You will be able to learn here constructor and all these things. So this is a wonderful program. So I have shown you the code completely. Always remember Java is case sensitive, so please when you're writing anything, please make sure the thing should follow a proper conventions. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. If you want to receive the notification for the same, you please click bell icon, like my video, subscribe my channel, and next video definitely I'm going to come with some more problems. Like in next video I'll be explaining you inheritance along with the constructor. So thank you so much for watching the show. Please like my channel, subscribe the channel, and click bell icon for receiving the similar kind of notifications. Thank you so much.